Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I love having this conversation every day with millions of fans of Descendants because we're so excited about Descendants 5, Book of Wonderland, and to be honest with each and every one of you, I am too. Because I am the biggest fan of Descendants and Zombies, and I wish I had more answers to some of the questions you guys have been asking and leaving for me in the comments of my videos, but I really don't. And the reason for that is because I'm just as big of a fan as each and every one of you, and I'm just like you guys, reading the rumors of what's going to be inside of this vortex for Zombies 5, what the release window is looking like for Descendants 5 Book of Wonderland. It's an exciting time to be a fan of Descendants and Zombies. I just wish more people were uploading commentaries about Descendants and Zombies rather than just offering you criticism about the franchises you grew up with, the characters you know and love. I think there's a greater appreciation that goes with talking about Descendants and Zombies, and if you don't have that appreciation in your soul, then you should probably never upload a video about Descendants and Zombies to begin with. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be along for this incredible journey that you guys have got me on for what feels like forever. I've never felt more honored to be your voice of Descendants and Zombies, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun. I know a year feels like forever away from Descendants 5 ever happening, but we will get there. And we will get there with a lot of fun videos that I will upload on this YouTube channel, and I will create for you guys, because that's what I love doing. I've done this all of my life, create videos for people about different niches. I provided commentary for and had the honor to be the voice of and behind. I think there's a lot of work that goes into creating these videos and a greater appreciation for showcasing these stars, because I've noticed that these stars are the victim of a lot of criticism that they don't deserve. I have to be honest with each and every one of you, they really don't deserve the criticism they are faced with. Should Kylie Control be waking up every morning crying her eyes out because of some video that's uploaded to YouTube of criticism of a performance she gave less than 24 hours ago at the Worlds Collide Tour? No, she shouldn't. Should Ruby Rose Turner and Meg Donnelly be turned down for roles they auditioned for movies? No, they shouldn't. They should be shown more opportunities and shown more respect. And the respect comes from the fans of Descendants and Zombies who are loyal to the product. It's never in the eyes of these critics who are just looking for something negative to review. And however they do it, they find the most negative thing to review, and they always find something to negatively review. And it really upsets me as a fan of this stuff, because I have been a fan of Disney all of my life. In the description of this video, you will read how I like to share my insight with you on the Disney franchises that I've grew up with and I've loved. And as you see there from my set in the back with the Mickey Mouse and the Minnie Mouse and all these Disney stuffies, I have a lot of fun doing it because it gives me great pleasure in creating videos about Descendants and Zombies for each and every one of you. So if you're looking for criticism, because I know there are critics who watch my videos all the time, you will not find it here. You will find hope. You will find true love existing for everybody, because I've always believed in happily ever after existing. I believed in true love happening for everybody regardless of who you are or what your situation and or circumstances are. And I don't judge anybody. That's the thing. From the very first moment I saw Kylie Control, I knew she was going to be someone special, and I knew she had it. And what it refers to is just quality and aspiration of being the greatest of all time. And I love that in Kylie Control's heart, how she has aspirations of being the greatest of all time. Because I do too. Forever and always I wanted to go down in history for being the greatest of all time. I've doubted myself many more times, and probably more times than I've ever admitted to you guys on this show. But I know now more than I ever have that I will go down in history for being the greatest of all time because of each and every one of you. I won't go down in history for being anything for any other reason, only because of each and every one of you. And I have a profound amount of thank yous to throw out. If I were to thank each and every one of you individually, we'd be here all night. So I'll spare you the pain of having to go through that. But you guys always put a smile on my face, and I look forward to our conversations about Descendants 5 Book of Wonderland. The debut of all these new characters I am really intrigued by. Of course, the debut of Pink, played by Leah Money Segura, that's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to offer to the franchise and how she's going to bring it to life. But without Ruby Rose Turner, I don't know if I can go on, guys. I honestly don't. You're going to have to leave me behind, because without Ruby Rose Turner being on this incredible journey with us, I got lost in Ruby's voice in that song, Life is Sweeter When You Are, and I fell in love with that song because of Ruby and what she had to offer to it, because she was just so kind. And it was no character that she was portraying that the reason was behind her kindness. It was just because Ruby was just so kind and so genuine. And it got me thinking about how there are never enough kind people seen in this world, but I was really grateful that Ruby was actually existing in this world, and it gave me hope that more kind people really did exist out there, and there were more of a chance to be taken on people. Ruby really changed my perspective on life, and it was because of things like Life is Sweeter When You Are, the color scheme of the character Bridget, how she represented so much kindness and made everybody feel loved, no matter who they were or what their situation and or circumstance was. And I wish more people thought like that and had the same thought process as Ruby, because she's someone that we can really learn from. And I can see why she's everybody's favorite Descendants Rise of Red character, really everybody's favorite Descendants character in general, because of how kind she is. And I think never enough thank yous can be thrown the way of Ruby Rose Turner, or enough gratitude can be shown for what she's really offered the franchise. I know her time with the franchise was very short-lived, and it really breaks my heart that she's not going to be a part of Descendants moving forward. But never say never. Let's say that. Never say never that we will never see Ruby again, because we will. When we least expect it, characters sometimes often reemerge. I mean, I never thought I'd see China and McLean reprising her roles of Ant Farm and coming back after her time spent on that show, reprising a role for Descendants in Descendants 4, The Rise of Red. And she was the only character to do that, apart from the fairy godmother. So I think that there's always that thing of never say never. So hopefully we'll see Ruby again. I just miss her because she was so kind, and God, was she ever beautiful. She was just a breathtaking person who exemplified kindness in whatever she did for whoever she was a part of, who's ever alive. And I think that she's really just come off as a huge inspiration for everybody. And I think that we can really learn from someone like Ruby. So too can we learn from Kylie Cantrell, because there's always an opportunity to learn and to grow and to expand. And I think Kylie Cantrell has taken full advantage of that, because she's also promoting her EP with Goodie Bag, Denim, See You Tonight. The music video for See You Tonight is a music video I'll watch every morning before I record a show for you guys to get amped up for recording shows for you guys, either that one or Life is Sweeter When You Are. But I've seen some of Kylie Cantrell's latest work and her latest photo shoots, and they are absolutely incredible. These vlogs that Kylie Cantrell records for us all on social media really keep us up to date and in that informative loop of what's happening with Kylie Cantrell. Her training regimens, her daily routine, her rehearsals are looked at. I wish they were more in depth, though. A 30-second video thrown up on TikTok really doesn't tell us much, but I guess that has everything to do with how Disney has these contractual obligations that people have to fulfill. And I know there's that feeling as if you live inside of a box that you wish you could break out of. And I think that Disney really needs to come into their own and really needs to offer more creative control for these characters and these stars, because I think that giving someone like Ruby creative control would make them feel more content with their life and more accomplished is the word I'm searching for, because I think a feeling of accomplishment is what these stars need to feel, and they need to feel like they're top-notch stars who inspire millions of people, not people who are just put out on stage every night for 43 arena dates and forgotten about. Because I think that the fans have a greater appreciation for these stars that they showcase, and it's overshadowed by PR, it's overshadowed by criticism. And I just wanted to show up on YouTube and take that away from you guys to give you hope that Descendants 5 Book of Wonderland will actually happen. And it will happen with great reviews, and it will be a fun time for everybody who ever said they were a fan of Descendants and Zombies. You know, I had a girlfriend probably about a year and a half ago, and she always used to tell me that Descendants and Zombies really didn't make a whole lot of sense to her, and she couldn't understand why I wanted to be the voice of Descendants and Zombies and why I was making all these Descendants videos for everybody. She had a daughter who loved Descendants, and I used to watch Descendants with her all the time. And she thought it was really cool that I watched Descendants with her all the time, because her mom didn't really make sense of the whole franchise. The message of the franchise is this: it's pretty much just giving everybody hope, and the realization of coming to terms with how hope really does exist for everybody out there, regardless of what your situation or circumstances is. Because really, the reality of life is everything is going to be okay. Even though it doesn't seem like everything is going to be okay, you know everything will be okay. And you were taught that because of Descendants and Zombie stars. And because they wanted everything to be okay for each and every one of you, and they wanted you to know everything was going to be okay. And I think somewhere along the way, the writers and producers also wanted you to know everything was going to be okay. And regardless of how much criticism Descendants and Zombies receives, you guys will always and forever have me. I will never quit on you, nor will I ever go away. And if there's one guy that will always say something nice about your favorite Descendants and Zombie stars, it will be yours truly. Because I will do you the honor of uploading so many wonderful Descendants and Zombies videos, which I take great pride in doing, and having done for you guys. This is the greatest accolade of my entire 25-year career. You know, I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been on YouTube for forever, and I've been on YouTube perhaps longer than many of you have ever been alive. And it's been the greatest honor of my life. Spending last summer with you talking about Descendants and Zombies. Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires was a phenomenal premiere that I really enjoyed being a part of. I couldn't say enough good things about Descendants and Zombies, and especially Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, because I knew how much criticism it was receiving. And I was right there for you guys when Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires Place to Be music video dropped. And millions of people took to Vivo and watched it, but the comments that were being left for the video weren't nice at all. They were pretty much critical comments. People couldn't make sense of the video. The purpose of the music video was to introduce us to the Daywalkers and the vampires. It wasn't to criticize it. And I think that Disney did a fabulous job with this. So I immediately took to social media when all the reviews started coming in about Place to Be music video, and I said, you know, we've really got to give this movie more of a chance than what we're choosing to give it, because I think there is more of a positive light, more of a positive spotlight, if anything, that could be shedded on these stars. Because we have Freya Sky coming into the franchise. This is her first movie. Think about what she has yet to accomplish. If she's accomplished so much because of this movie, can't we just offer her support and the incentive she needs for a creative direction? This is why I would love to be the writer and producer of Descendants and Zombies. I don't know if you guys can do something about that and give me like 50,000 likes and 50,000 subscribers, but you know, for every subscriber I put up on this YouTube channel, that should be that or closer to becoming the writer and producer of Descendants and Zombies. Because if I become the writer and producer of Descendants and Zombies, this story will never end. I will forever write for Descendants and Zombies. I will get new cast members. Even if the new cast quits on me, I will get new cast members. I will always persuade them to come back. The door will forever and always be open for your favorite stars to come back and reprise their roles. Because I believe in never say never. And if you have a never say never attitude, anything is possible. The sky's really the limit, and you can push for the stars. And I always wanted to push for the stars for people like Kylie and Ruby because of their friendship being incredibly beautiful. I was forever supportive of that. I will continue to forever be supportive of it, because I think never enough nice reviews can be compiled about people like Ruby and Kylie who have touched my heart. I have to be honest with each and every one of you. It's just the kindness and the really friendly vibe that I see from this cast. I never saw that from High School Musical's cast. I never saw that from Hannah Montana's cast. I never saw that from any cast of any franchise that I reviewed over the years for Disney and Nickelodeon. And I've been a fan of every Disney and Nickelodeon show going all the way back to Rocko's Modern Life. And that wasn't yesterday. Rocko's Modern Life is a cartoon that many people forgot about in the late 90s. And I've had a whole lot of fun. I've seen the introduction of SpongeBob SquarePants on May 1st, 1999. I've seen the introduction of Victorious and iCarly being explosions for Nickelodeon. And then Disney comes into its own with shows like Hannah Montana and Wizards. If there was something to ever be a part of for Disney or Nickelodeon, I was a part of it. I was front and center, and I really enjoyed it. And this is really the greatest honor of my life. You know, there's nothing else I would rather commentate on at this point in my life, having thousands of views, thousands of subscribers for Descendants and Zombies, because it's evident, and it's never been more apparent, that Descendants and Zombies is really in a position to take over, and I'm really excited about the foreseeable future. This new storyline, of course, with Pink coming into the fold and being Rhett's sister as one of the consequences of time travel, I think she's going to remain a part of the franchise, because we have stars for Descendants and Zombies always seeing their exits and re-entries into the franchise, so I think she will, you know, be kept around for a while. She just won't be a consequence of time travel. And the cool thing about Pink is we don't know much about her, and I'm really excited to get to know her and find out what she likes, what she doesn't like I was for Freya Sky. I remember when Freya Sky was doing all the PR for Descendants, and she was answering all these questions for media about her favorite meal at McDonald's, her favorite movie, her favorite board game, her favorite video game, what she preferred to do with her life, and what she wanted to get the most of her experience for being a Disney star. It was so fun getting the chance to meet all your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, and it's going to be so fun this summer getting the chance to meet new cast members of what's going to be an incredible ride, an incredible journey, if you would, for everybody who was ever a fan of Descendants of Zombies, dating all the way back to the premiere of the original franchise on July 31st, 2015, which was a huge night. It was a huge opportunity for Disney to gain momentum, and they most certainly did, because they rode that horse right on through to the sunset with Descendants of Zombies, and they made the most of every opportunity. And I hope they continue to make the most of every opportunity they have, like 2 of the Worlds Collide Tour. I hope it's something they pursue. Because in all honesty, I think that these stars deserve the exposure overseas in the UK, Germany, Australia, different parts of the world, because that exposure will put them on a level that they've only dreamed of ever getting to. And the cool thing is about someone for Freya Sky is only 15 years old. She's around the same age Taylor Swift was when her premiere album was re-released in 2006. And that album was re-released thousands of times before Big Machine Records had promoted it the way they wanted it to be. But they knew that Taylor Swift was going to be, while things were ever more not certain, for Taylor Swift. The one thing that was certain was that she was going to be the biggest pop star in the world. And with a revenue currently at $1.5 billion, that's what it's standing at right now, Taylor Swift is the most popular celebrity in the world right now. She's definitely surpassing the expectations of everybody and every critic she has. And I really do believe that Freya Sky is the next major star in the making. We just have to show her that love and support to make sure that she gets there. And that's exactly what I'm here to do. That's precisely what I'm going to do for someone like Taylor Swift, for someone like Freya Sky, and yes, Taylor Swift, because I've been supporting Taylor Swift for forever. But I really do believe that Freya Sky is a beautiful person with a beautiful personality that needs to be more of a chance taken on her. Because you take a look at the chemistry between herself and Malachi Barton. I mean, people can't stop saying enough good things about them, and I can see why, because they're so adorable and they work together fantastically. The chemistry is really off the charts with these two. And I just really believe there is something special yet to be seen by all the fans of Zombies, and I'm just really excited to be a part of it, because there are tens of millions of fans who gravitate to these franchises for their positive messages, for the music. I noticed a lot of people are searching up Donna the Vampire songs, and I can understand why, because the music is so catchy. This really presented a camp rock, Hannah Montana kind of vibe for the franchise, and I really fell in love with the music because of that vibe. You know, I wasn't expecting initially to get a camp rock, Hannah Montana kind of vibe from that music, but as the movie, you know, progressed, the 90-minute production was seen. It had very different music from the original Zombies movies, because you only had really one or two definitive songs off the soundtracks of the original Zombies movies. But if you compare Zombies 4 Down to the Vampire soundtrack to the original soundtracks of these three movies, they were very different songs, and the compilations were beautiful. The duets were really on par and really on point, and that's what I was looking for to see happen with this franchise. I was hoping that Zombies was going to propel itself to the number one position on Disney Plus on demand, and they most certainly did, because in the summer of 2025, Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires went to number one instantly on Disney Plus with millions of hours of stream time. Currently, right now, it sits at over 250 million hours of stream time. The Descendants is 781 million hours of stream time collectively for each individual chapter of the franchise, and that's a record. So I don't know how a comparison can be made between Descendants and High School Musical. There's always been that comparison, that definitive comparison between High School Musical and Descendants. I don't think there is a comparison, because the message of Descendants is very different from that of High School Musical. All High School Musical ever encouraged us was that a dream can happen for anybody. Along with encouraging us that a dream can happen for anybody, I think Descendants encouraged us the hope of more than one dream existing for everybody. I think that everybody has found true love eventually because of Descendants and Zombies. That one person that you thought you could spend the rest of your life with has never been more realized than what it is now. And more people feel more encouraged about anything they want to pursue in their lifetime. Their goals and their dreams are becoming more of a reality because of what Descendants and Zombies encourages, along with setting records. And it's setting records because of each and every one of you. The reason why the Worlds Collide Tour was such a profound success was because of each and every one of you. It wasn't because of the critics showing up the Worlds Collide Tour and reviewing it and posting it on YouTube and uploading it. It was because of each and every one of you showing up, spending thousands of dollars on the merch, which, by the way, thank you guys so much for that. And thank you guys so much for making Descendants and Zombies so revered. Because if there ever is a conversation started these days, it's about Descendants and Zombies. A conversation doesn't seem to revolve around a video game or a certain movie you may have watched last night. It always starts about Descendants and Zombies and who was your favorite character and just what was your favorite moment. I think that more people on YouTube need to discuss what their favorite moments were. Was it when Victor and Nova met each other for the first time, when Zed and Anderson shared their final kiss in the final scene, that climatic scene in Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, which meant so much to me because I remember Zed and Anderson meaning so much to this franchise and so many people from all generations and all walks of life. It was really a definitive moment because that's when Zed and Addison really solidified themselves as Disney's premier power couple of this new generation. You can talk about Troy Bolton and Gabriela Montez's characters, Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens, as much and as often as you want. But I really believe that this couple is the most revered power couple in Disney's history right now and will forever and always be remembered for their contribution to a franchise that meant so much to them and eventually will go on to mean so much to the hearts of Freya Sky and Malachi Barton, who look absolutely adorable together, and I'm really excited to see what the future has in store for them. I really am. And I have never been more honored to be in the presence of you guys talking about Freya Sky's music, Fake It, and of course Gold's Gone from the Worlds Collide Tour. Beautifully collaborative music videos. I really did love the Worlds Collide Tour music video for Gold's Gone, collaborated for Vivo. It's got millions of views, and over 500,000 subscribers have happened for Freya Sky seemingly overnight, she's going to skyrocket. She most certainly is going to be the next Selena Gomez, definitely the next Disney pop star, like a lot of people are saying in the comments of these music videos. Freya Sky is dropping, and she's getting great reviews, and that's precisely what I wanted to have happen for her, because I really did see something special with Freya that I didn't see with any star that I profiled over the last, oh, may I say, 25 years. I've been around for a very long time. I can remember when Taylor Swift dropped her very first album, and nobody thought she was going to be as special as what she was, but she had it. And as long as you have it, well, then the sky is the limit. And Taylor Swift exploded with $1.6 billion in revenue being of value. I think that's just a number, but that's the latest statistics for Taylor Swift right now, currently sitting at $1.6 billion. Let me confirm that for you guys. Hey Google, how much is Taylor Swift worth?
According to en.wikipedia.org, based on Forbes, American singer Taylor Swift is the wealthiest female musician, with a net worth of $1.6 billion United States dollars as of 2024.
So that was
Canadian singer Rihanna became the first female musician to attain a billionaire status in 2021, with a net worth of $1.7 billion at that time.
That's incredible. So that's like $1 billion separating herself from Rihanna. So these stars are just mega stars. I think looking at them as just celebrities now really are an understatement when you have a net worth over, $1.7 billion. And those, I really think that that's just, undermining the true value of these stars. And I really do believe that perhaps 5 years from now, we could be looking at a conversation suggesting that Freya Sky is going to be the next Taylor Swift. And if I'm the guy who starts that for Freya, then I've never felt more honored. And I so too do believe that Meg Donnelly is going to be someone special too, because I think that never enough opportunities can be extended to her. And I think that when we see these opportunities being extended to people like Meg Donnelly and Ruby Rose Turner and more people who meet that criteria, I think it's going to be a fun time for everybody, because you guys are some of the smartest fans in the world, and you know who and what you love, and you know who to appreciate and to show appreciation for them, and you know how to show that appreciation for them, because you knew critics were going to show up at the Worlds Collide Tour. Thousands of people came out, and they came out as these big-time YouTube creators for their channels, and they filmed videos in the crowd, but you guys never failed to overshadow them, because you always showed up. And you showed up out of love and support for these stars, and that's exactly what I wanted to have happen for you. I wanted you guys to go out and have the time of your life at the Worlds Collide Tour, and you made an experience that, many of you will never, ever forget. I can never say thank you guys enough for showing out of love and support for your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, because I think never enough good reviews can be posted. But some of you guys did a fabulous job with your video collaborations for the Worlds Collide Tour, and it's I think it's October of 2025, and the tour wrapped up on September 16th. That was the final show in Fort Worth, Texas, and I'm still watching reviews of these shows because of each and every one of you, and your offerings to the Worlds Collide Tour were absolutely outstanding, and your video collaborations were, sometimes better than a lot of these big-time YouTube creators, which is why I think never enough props can be shown to you guys. You guys did a fabulous job, and that makes for Leg 2 of the Worlds Collide Tour being just as fabulous and just as miraculous. I look forward to collaborating a lot of videos for Leg 2 of the Worlds Collide Tour, and that conversation being at an all-time high. Guys, this is the most popular and the most revered Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel on the internet, if you haven't already realized that. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, there is a conversation happening all the time about your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, and it's happening right here, and I would love for you to be a part of it. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, perhaps you're probably going to want to think about doing that. I can only tell you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, but I can tell you this YouTube channel is very different from every other YouTube channel that you will watch about Descendants of Zombies. There was no AI. It's just a guy talking about Descendants of Zombies, but I'm so honored to be your voice of Descendants of Zombies for however long you guys have allowed me to be your voice of Descendants of Zombies, because I really do believe that there is a greater appreciation and a passion when talking about Descendants of Zombies that you have to apply to your videos. And as long as you apply that passion to talking about Descendants of Zombies and you can showcase that passion, then it makes it worth it, and it makes it worth it for everybody who ever was a fan of Descendants of Zombies. Guys, don't worry. I know Descendants of Wonderland is not expected to drop until July of 2026, summer of 2026. It's going to be huge for Descendants fans worldwide, and I will be here every day counting you down to Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland's premiere, because I know there are a lot of predictions being made of the new characters, what they'll offer to the franchise. But I really do believe, even though it seems like forever away, we will get there. And there's no better way to get there and arrive than by getting there together. And I would love to have you guys by my side. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, be sure to do that. Be sure to ring my bell to stay up to date with notifications for videos that will drop in your notification bell. on your YouTube channel and your YouTube account, because I have a lot to say where Descendants and Zombies goes. I think I will upload one more video tonight about Ruby Rose Turner before I sign off, and I'm inviting you to join me for that. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to do that perhaps. Until then, I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke, telling you and reminding you to keep kindness in your heart, because kindness really does go a long way in this world. We will talk again just after sunset when we talk more, and keep the conversation going forever and always about Descendants and Zombies on this YouTube channel. Bye, YouTube. We will talk again in just a few hours from now.